So this is my Kimball Conn organ that I've converted from an organ to a guitar amp. Long story short, I got a Conn organ components from my in-laws. I couldn't bring the chassis home, so I brought home all the components and sandwiched them all inside this Kimball organ, which was a solid state transistor. Got rid of all the components. As you can see, I widened that there so I can get the speakers inside. So I'll start here. I got my 1/4 inch plug here for my guitar cable. Bottom is power. The top one is the Leslie, slow and fast. Got plugged into my Ibanez RG4. So this is my amp. The Conn organ chassis is down there. Got the Leslie. This is from a Conn 541 Minute 1964. Got my 1/4 inch coming in through here. Goes into an RCA. Goes up into the amp. I got a Harman Kardon HK505. This is my preamp. I don't have time to build a preamp for this power amp down here, but I stuck it through here because I have other reasons for it, which I'll explain later. So the power comes in, goes through the Harman Kardon. It's got a pre and a power amp. I take it out of the preamp and I send it down right into both sides of this Conn amp, both channels. Goes right into that plug. There's 2 channels. There's one. There's the other. This is the transistor here for the power regulation on the Leslie, and that's the chassis, which is in pretty good shape. I cleaned it up. I kept all the original wiring as much as I could. Kept it all intact. There's an extra plug on the side there for a external Leslie, which I don't have, but I utilized that because up in the back there I have the original 12 inch from the Kimball organ, and I've got the 2 from the Conn organ right here, so I have all 3 12 inch in there, all wired in. This is the Leslie down here. It's in good shape. And the original paper insulation is still stuck inside there. So anyways, into the amp here, comes out of here, goes up to both speakers. I soldered onto the back of that speaker and the back of this speaker, brought those back up into the power amp on the side of the Harman Kardon. That will then come to my output jacks over here, which I'm going to hook up to 4 other external speakers later on. But for right now, the organ goes into all 3 up front, and the 4th is the Leslie over here. So I'm going to fire it up here in a minute. Hit the power. The Leslie right now is on slow. It gives almost a chorus sound, and then when you jack it up to high, then it picks up to speed. See all 3 speakers in the back there. I had to cut open the original 12 inch, went right in there, so I took a jigsaw, cut them all out so I can get all 3 of them in there. Alright, we'll give it a try. Okay, that's the Leslie on slow. Now I'm going to flick the Leslie to high. This should give it the organ effect. So, there it is. Conn organ conversion, wedged in a Kimball chassis with the Leslie 2-speed.